Chaz, if you think Pauly Shore is without any sex allegations, I think we need to... Pauly Shore probably was found masturbating in the corner of the mall, just cringing, just... That's how I picture Pauly Shore. Okay, this next gentleman coming up to the stage, I'm very excited that he managed to make it out. He's going to play some music for you, and he looks to me like, what am I going to go with here? Like Seal if he was a death metal magician? Yeah! That's what I'm going to go with. Mr. Sean Purvis, everybody! Sean Purvis!
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, keep it going for Mr. Taylor Peppers. Only man that missed his calling doing stand-up comedy, he should be doing salsa, like made-to-order salsa. What will Taylor Peppers do? Well, he'll tailor your peppers. You're welcome. It's the late show. I'm the Ender. I'm so happy to be the Ender. It is the absolute worst spot in the world to be the last act on an open mic ticket. People call that a headliner. No, your headliner came and went. So I'm kind of wondering what's wrong with y'all. No, I'm just kidding. I'm glad you stayed out here. How many of you are comedians? Round of applause. Woo! Oh, yeah. That means all the jokes are going to hit over and over and over. I saw the last fella through here. I thought protection might be necessary. It's a visual joke that gets funnier the longer it takes. So just so you know, if you're making jokes for regular folks, you seem like a regular folk. Are you a comedian? No. See, you're a regular folk. Now, if you're making jokes for regular folks, you should have setups and punchlines. When you're making jokes for comedians, you should just have a lot of misery that isn't them. By the way, I'm fat. And none of like half are you are. Now, for regular folks, I would try to relate to you. Well, there's nothing relatable back in the room. Look at them. They're all looking at me, angry. Louis C.K. was a god. It's like finding out Jesus touched children. It really did. When Louis C.K., they're like, so let me get this straight. Louis C.K. actually held people in a room, locked the door behind them, and was like, hey, you want to see my penis? Oh, you were kidding? Why are you crying? No, it's a nice penis. Why are you... And then you think back to all the specials where he's like, yeah, you know, rape is wrong unless people won't have sex with you. And then you're like, oh, fuck you, Louis C.K. God damn it. He had a lot of jokes about pedophilia. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Saying Dr. Conrad Murray did us a favor. Now, 4 years ago, Dr. Conrad Murray helped rid the word of Michael Jackson. Too soon. Too soon. Too soon. So the worst thing I ever did as a comedian, since it's confessional time, is I waited 24 hours after Heath Ledger died to actually do a joke about Heath Ledger's death. I got up and I said, man, I was really sad. I ran onto IMDb. I was like, please, God, tell me he finished the Batman movie, and he did. I was like, whew. But he died right before they started filming Brokeback Mountain 2. And we all were a little nicer that way. Yeah, I told Mr. Taylor Peppers I was going to do music tonight, and I intend to do music. Because you just can't walk around with something like this if you don't have intentions. You know? People are like, yeah, you going to throw a baseball? I'm like, no, sir. Just to keep the spotlight out of my eyes. Absolutely no talent whatsoever, thank you. Basically, that's hyperventilating into a mouth organ. Anyone can do it. People that don't play harmonica are missing out on a wonderful opportunity. All you have to do is have your panic attacks to tunes. she didn't like my musical flirting. I should use her language. I actually can't play guitar at all, but if I hold it, people think I'm more important than I am. So I'm going to take it off. Now, it's funny, I actually had somebody ask me this week, they said, hey, listen, I'm a trivia host when I'm not being a successful stand-up comedian. She's like, no, that was not funny. That was for the comedian friends. So when I'm not doing comedy, I'm actually doing trivia hosting, and it's funny because everybody likes to come up with these really cool names for their trivia little groups and whatnot. And I say, I love innuendo, but hey, let's not make it too fucking obvious. So I went to a small microbrewery, and they made it real fucking obvious. The first one was beer wenches, and I was like, you know, Matt Lauer just got fired. Are you sure this is the way we want to go with this? They're like, all right, Matt, yeah, all right, we're gonna go beer wenches. And I walked over, and then somebody was like, hey, where Charlie comes last. I'm like, Charlie comes last. That is, it's like not premature ejaculation. It's more like vintage ejaculation, which really is a disturbing thought when you think about that. You're welcome, and you're welcome. Yeah, from now on, every time you're like, you know, I was in the store the other day and I was looking at some antiques and I was like, you know, this couch looks kind of old. I wonder if it contains any vintage ejaculation. Yeah, forever antiquing, you will think of this night right here. And the team looked at me and they're like, look, is there anything that I can get you to say that would embarrass you? And I looked at him, I'm like, I'm a stand-up comedian. I say things out of my mouth to be embarrassing all the time. And then I said, recently I started watching battle rap, so if there's something you can write on a piece of paper, I've heard it. I've literally heard it. And the problem with watching battle rap all the time is that it's like watching too much porn. You know how you watch enough porn and then suddenly everybody looks like they're trying to get fucked? Like you're like, I'm out of the open mic, this guy keeps waving the light at me, he wants my dick. Oh my God, he wants my dick. He's trying to take a selfie with the pelfie. I don't know. I'm just making shit up. But see, that's the problem when you start watching too much battle rap, because you watch battle rap and you're just like, I was out at the open mic. And I was looking me for a Klondike or a Blondike. I mean, sometimes you steal other people's bars. It's not important. But then I started going to the dentist and I'm like, shit, we'd be drilling and filling to these fools. I always go down to the University of Baltimore Dental School because I don't like to pay full price for when I don't like to brush my teeth. That didn't rhyme, but you know what I'm saying? It's like a whole battle rap. You know, and then a friend of mine called me up, swear to God, Thursday night their minister canceled on them. They're like, we need an Insta minister. And that's who I am. My name is Sean Purvis. I am a reverend. I will come out and officiate your wedding. They called me on a Friday night. I was there Saturday. I misspelled the name of the bride. Right in the middle of the service. I was kind of like Better Call Saul for ministers. I'm just saying, be flexible. But in the middle of the service, I started battle rapping. And I'm like, these people are going to be together forever. And it's all up to you to make sure that they stay together. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta stop. All right, I pronounce you lovely wedded husband. Please help me welcome back Taylor Peppers, your porn star for this evening.
Yeah! Sean Purvis, everybody. Sean Purvis. Sean Purvis, everybody. Ooh, that sounds nice.
Right?
It kind of smells like Sean Purvis now, though.
Yeah, that's what we're aiming for right there. Yeah.
Sean Purvis. He lost the battle rap, but he's still in the battle war.
Yeah.
Fuck, the war rap. Fuck, I fucked that up. You see the joke I was going.